Hi, this is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 301. And I have a special guest, Jessica Vitale from Evolving with Jessica. Before we start, I want to tell you guys that Jessica and I are going to be conducting our first retreat. It's going to be June 23rd to June 25th. It's called the Raw Beauty Retreat. And it's going to be in Miami, Florida, in a beautiful sanctuary. Is that what would you call that place that we're renting?
It's definitely blessed.
Oh, yes.
There have been a lot of spiritual gurus that have blessed the place and have visited there and stayed there and slept there. So it's definitely, you can feel the energy when you walk in.
It's like no other. And it has a giant, beautiful mango tree in the backyard. Beautiful energy. It's right across the street from a beautiful place called Vizcaya. We're going to be going to the sunrise at the beach. Oh, at the nude beach. I'm sorry. We're going to be having amazing tropical exotic fruit tasting parties. We're going to be doing lots of fitness and yoga. We're going to be connecting with like-minded people. You're going to find your tribe, my boo. And I would encourage you to send me an email if you're interested, because there's only 8 spots. Only 8 spots left. 2 have been filled. And so send me an email, my boo. jd@MsFitVegan.com. I'll leave my email below. Now let's get to the topic of the day. The topic of the day is, how do you possibly not ever get tempted to eat junk food, Jessica Vitale? Because I need to know, because you're like a anomaly, like me. Like I've known you for years now. You've never eaten any junk food in my presence. I know you don't eat it. I know you're never going to eat it again. Like processed foods, junk foods, crappy food. And I'm curious, how is this possible? So please, can you let us into your secrets that you have? What is this? What's going on here?
At this point in my life, I don't even see it anymore. It's not an option to me. It's not in my brain. It's kind of like, some people, they stop eating fast food or they stop drinking soda. Like, it's not even a thought in your mind.
How did you get to that part of not seeing it as food?
I think that's kind of how it started. Was fast food was kind of like the first thing. Like, you learn that all of that, there's no nutrients there. It's not good for your body. It's not actual real food. So it kind of goes first. And then I just got very in tune with my body, and I would notice that when I ate different things, how I felt. And the longer the ingredient list, I won't say the worse I felt, but I just didn't feel my best. Like, I felt better the more whole foods and the more pure my foods were. And that's how I gradually just gravitated towards more and more of those foods. And eventually it crowded out all of the quote unquote bad stuff.
Okay, so now my question is, because we have friends and I have lots of people that I know that know this. They know it's not food. They know it's bad for them, but they crave it and they can't stop themselves. Like, how do they they know it's bad. How do they get off that?
It's a choice. That's what it boils down to, is you get to choose the temporary enjoyment or satisfaction that you get from eating those foods, or how you're going to feel afterwards. And eventually the pain gets so great that you make the choice that it's not worth it. Yeah.
Okay, because like right now at this point, I was telling Jessica before we started recording that I actually, right now, I'm so hungry right now, I could totally eat a big plate of French fries. Like, I would love that with extra salt and lots of ketchup. And I haven't eaten French fries in like over 12 years, but that was just like kind of a joke, because in reality, I'm just like, well, if you actually gave me that plate of French fries, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, because of the consequences that will ensue. The extreme, like, oh my gosh, stomach ache and lethargia, is that a word? Migraine headache I would get from the salt. A lot of you guys out there have headaches and you don't even realize it. It's from what you're eating. It's from the salt. It's from the oil. And so and breaking out for like a week, 2 weeks, who knows? I mean, I have an important interview on Thursday. I am not risking that. No way. So like, I'm trying to think, like, what else? I mean, the taste is amazing. It still tastes amazing, I'm sure. French fries taste great. but I don't see it as worth it. And you gotta see it as, is it worth it? Is it worth having this excess weight? Is it worth having this oily skin? Because I had really, really bad oily skin, really bad acne when I used to eat oil. And so is it worth it? Because every single time you're choosing something, you're making a decision, okay? In this moment, and that's what I want you to start doing, okay? I want you to start saying, if you're going to choose something bad, well then choose it and say, okay, I'm choosing this. I'm choosing this. I'm choosing to have the consequences that come with this food, the excess weight and the acne and the migraine and feeling lethargic and feeling disappointed in myself. I'm choosing this. And you know what? I don't think people realize they have a choice, Jess. I think that's what it comes down to. They're like, I have this craving. I have to satisfy this craving. I have to have these donuts. I have to have this coffee. Right?
Yeah, I mean, and also it's addictive. So there's that component, because the way that those foods are processed and manufactured is in such a way that they're designed to get us physically addicted. Our brains, the chemicals in our brains.
Yeah, but at the same time, we were once addicted. So how did we break free? I mean, like, I think to myself, how did I break free? I just, I came to a deep, deep understanding of what food was and what food wasn't. And oil and, well, me, listen, I came to a deep understanding that cooked food is not food for humans. That's what I decided. And, listen, there's many ways to heal and there's many healthy diets, okay? You don't need to be 100% raw to be healthy. Absolutely not. People in my course right now are struggling with that because they see me and they're like, well, I want to be raw like you. But you don't have to be raw to lose weight, and you don't have to be raw to clear your skin and get all the results you want. But that's just what that's what's worked for me. And the raw vegan diet doesn't work for everyone. If you don't enjoy it, it's not for you. But see, I came into a truth for myself, which is if I can't eat it raw, it's not for human consumption. That's what I convinced myself. And I think just that everyone is convincing themselves of their truths. And so some people out there are just like, well, I see J-Lo eating McDonald's, or I see this person eating McDonald's, so it must not be the food. I think that's a big part of it too, right?
Yeah, and that'll happen too. People compare themselves to others and what they're eating, what they're doing, what they look like, and they think, oh, if I eat that, I'll look like that. But we are all so different. We can't compare ourselves to any other human. We have to listen to our own bodies. And I think going back to what you said, how we became unaddicted or unprogrammed and how we broke free, part of that is having self-love and starting to care about yourself and how you feel. And I mean, if you embody self-love, you're not going to want to put different poisons and toxins in your body. It's just part of it.
Yeah. I wasn't, that's it. And honestly, guys, that's why we're doing this retreat, because I wasn't aware. I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know that my food choices were so closely linked to how I felt about myself and what worth I gave myself. I gave myself like I was worth nothing, like a penny. And now I know my body is worth $1 billion, more than a Lamborghini. Like, I would take better care of my body than I would a Lamborghini at this point, right? Like, and so many people have so much money, and I see them. I live across the street from a McDonald's, and Lamborghinis are online for the drive-thru at McDonald's. Sorry, I just spit. That was gross. Sorry. I spit sometimes, and it grosses me out and other people. Okay, let's focus. So now, Lamborghini, right? Okay, but hey, my spit is 100% raw, vegan, organic. So just putting that out there. Free range, whatever. Okay, so I just can't believe. I can't believe people that live in my neighborhood and they go to McDonald's and they're never going to put cheap fuel into their Lamborghini, but they're putting the cheapest fuel on earth into their own bodies. Yes. So please know your worth. And if you're going to embark on this journey that I know you're on, that's why you're listening to me. You're embarking on a journey to become your best self, to look your best, to feel your best, to be healthy and happy and take your life into your own hands and not be at the mercy of the medical industry. Well, if you're going to embark on this journey, you've got to start with self-love. And that is something that Jessica and I are very passionate about, because it's led us to, we're still on our journey, but like we're finally respecting ourselves enough to only put the best into our bodies, the best content, the best people around us, the best fuel, the best food, and it's not just what you eat, of course. But any final thoughts you want to say? Because I just want people to know that there's hope. I was addicted to fast food, and I was addicted to M&Ms and brownies and cookies and cakes and donuts. I never thought in a million years that I would be able to resist chocolate ever. And here I am. I am not addicted to chocolate anymore, and it's just a miracle to me. But I got to say, one of my affirmations is I expect miracles. So maybe that's helped. Any final thoughts?
Well, as far as the retreat,
yes.
We want to show you the way. We haven't arrived at the destination, and I don't think there is a destination to arrive at or to arrive to. However, we have made such strides in our own health and life and self-love journey and self-development that we have a lot to share, and we know that you'll leave the retreat inspired and embodying a new, better version of yourself. And so that's why we want to talk about that, and that's why we want to have this and just bring other women like you together in the same room and share energy and just bring all of us together. It's going to be a beautiful experience. And like Jeanette said, if you are interested, shoot her an email. You can also check out my Instagram at Evolving with Jessica, and I'll be posting about the retreat there and also other health-related topics.
Yes, I'll leave her link in the show notes as well. And you guys probably know Jessica because she did a few podcasts with me. One wasn't so appropriate, but we've done some before. We actually did a few in the car before. And we used to do a workout together every single day. Yeah, we did a watermelon workout challenge a few years ago too, if you followed that. And so that's the same Jessica, guys. And I just wanted to say that, you're going to leave the retreat stronger and more confident than you came. I guarantee you this. Stronger inside and out, okay? Because not only are we going to work out together, okay? You're going to plank me later. Trust me. You're going to plank with me. We're going to work out. Jessica's going to lead a Pilates workout. I'm going to lead a watermelon workout. And maybe without the watermelon, though. We'll see. No, we're probably going to have enough watermelons to do a workout. Yeah. It's going to be really good because the community that I have been forming through my online courses has been so amazing that I decided, you know what, let's do this in person because it's just so much better. Everything's better in person. And so we're going to be doing meditations and lots of workshops on self-love, tapping, and all these amazing things that have helped Jessica and I to start to become our best version and come into a version of ourselves that we're really proud of and that we are, just feeling good about. And even though we're not perfect and we're never going to be perfect, it feels really good to be valuing ourselves and taking care of our bodies. And because I remember a time when I didn't take care of myself and I wasn't happy. And I was really, even though, people looked at me on the outside, I might have looked pretty or whatever, I didn't feel it at all. And so now I do because I choose to take really good care of myself. And I want that for you as well. So I'll leave the email in the show notes, my boo, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.